What up? Long time no see. I feel like I haven't made a video in weeks, although it's only been a couple days. And the reason for that being is my favorite part on this channel, my favorite content to make is buying a clapped out K car and transforming it into something cool like this. So when I first got the Beat about 4 months ago, the paint wasn't in the best condition, the soft top was broken, it's been sitting for a year, and since then we wrapped it green. I got a new soft top window, we did all the proper maintenance, I added an intake, I did everything to get this car running great. And that's good, but content wise it kind of leaves me stuck. It's like, what do I do now? Yes, I could do some additional things like buying an exhaust. Shout out to the homie who sent me a picture of rims. I would love to get these painted exactly like this, get the lips polished and the inside black. But seeing how I'm gonna sell this car very soon, I don't know if I want to put additional costs on something I'm not really gonna own much longer. So with that being said, as much as I love building K cars, I love going on road trips even more. So that's what we're gonna do in the next couple of videos. Today we're gonna go from here to Jersey, then Jersey to Baltimore, and then tomorrow I think I'm gonna go from Baltimore to DC, then to Virginia, and then we're gonna go a car meet on Thursday. If you're in the DMV area, stop by. I put the flyer right here. I'm gonna be there. I got some free gifts I'm gonna give out to the homies over there, and then from there I'm gonna drive back. So it's gonna be about like maybe like a 700-mile road trip. It's not gonna be as big as like Gears and Gasoline, although I want to do that eventually. But for this car, I don't know, not yet. But for the people who are not too familiar with the car that I'm going on this road trip, this is a 1991 Honda Beat, aka the Baby NSX. It is mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, two-seater convertible, and a blast to drive. Is it the best road trip car? Absolutely not. And speaking of Gears of Gasoline, you saw that they went through 2 of them to make that road trip. That's not gonna happen on this channel. Take a look at the interior. It's a two-seater like I mentioned. It has 125,000 kilometers. The best part about this car is that it's a K car first and foremost. It's a 660cc, but it's one of the ABC sports cars. So this one redlines at 8,500 and it sounds amazing, especially with the ITBs and the intake. The biggest con on this car, besides the obvious, is that there's absolutely no space for storage. So this is everything I packed for the road trip. I got some basic tools here. I got my camera equipment here. I got my duffel bag that is like, for reference, this is a size 10 shoe. It's not a really big bag, and it doesn't even fit back here, which is kind of crazy. Like, yes, it fits, but you can't really get to the latch. So we're actually gonna throw this in the front. This is where the spare tire is supposed to go, but I knew that I would never use that old spare tire anyway. Back here, I'm gonna throw in my toolkit. That should be fine. Here's the free merch I'm gonna give away. I got some license plate covers, some hats, some t-shirts. So in here, we're good. And then I'll throw that on that side. And same with my book bag. That can go right here. So now let's close this. Start the Honda Beat. And let's get on the road. So throughout this trip, I forgot to mention this earlier, I'm gonna stop by a bunch of my homie shops that have some K cars for sale. The first being in New Jersey. He has a Mitsubishi Minica that I believe is around like $3,800, and it's in decent shape from what I can see in the videos. And it looks like it could be the perfect blank canvas for my next build. From there, we're gonna go to Josh from 844 Imports. He has the Suzuki Alto I really wanna look at. He has the deck van, he has a Jimny, he has the automatic Acti. I don't really want that. But you know, there's some cars there that have some potential, because once I get back, I'm definitely gonna put this car for sale. I love going on these road trips before putting a car for sale, because it lets the next owner or whoever's gonna buy this car know that I'm willing to put my car on the line to show you, like, not only are K cars not meant to go on road trips, but I'm gonna go on a 700-mile road trip and show you that this car works 100% fine. So with that being said, let's pray for the best. I hope that obviously nothing goes wrong. And next stop will be in Jersey. The big secret for these road trips is you have to know your car and know the car's limits to an extent. Since I'm in New York City still, I'm going to be cruising around 60 to 80 kilometers an hour, just below 50 miles per hour. This is really what my drives consist of 99% of the time. There's always traffic. There's not a lot of room for me to open up the car even if I wanted to. But when we get closer to the interstate, I'm going to try to stay around, you know, 100 kilometers an hour, which is 62 miles per hour. And I'm going to chill around that area just because I don't want to push it too much. For most K cars, I would say 100 kilometers an hour. Cruising is borderline pushing it. The Honda Beat being a K sports car, it could do about, you know, 120, no problem. But I'm pushing it. I'm around like 6,000 on the RPM, which is not where I want to be at for hours. So I'm going to wait till I get to that area and I'll show you guys what my RPMs are looking at 100 kilometers an hour. But for the most part, I think I'm going to chill around from 80 to 100. I'm in no rush. I never push these cars. If you're new to the channel, if you just haven't seen me go on many road trips, I've gone on road trips in basically every K car I've ever owned. I've gone on 4-hour road trips in a Suzuki Jimny, which is even worse than a road trip car because the gearings are super short. I've drove my Mitsubishi Bravo like 11 hours to a bunch of places. When I had a K truck, I drove it about 3 hours. And my most recent one was in a Honda Life, which has basically the same motor as this. And I drove that one 1,000 miles and it did amazing, and it was automatic. So it's safe to say when it comes to K road trips, I kind of have a pretty good understanding of how to do it successfully, and knock on wood, how to get back in one piece. So we made it to Jersey. Here is the Minica I speak of. I'm loving the way it looks. There's a couple troublesome areas in the front. I don't know too much about bodywork, so I would love for you guys to comment below if it looks like an easy fix or something that might be catastrophic. Body-wise, I like it. I love the fact that it doesn't come with rims. I love the fact that it's pretty flat, so it looks like something that'd be relatively easy to wrap. I think the only areas I would have trouble with are these inlays here. That same thing that gave me some issues on the Beat. But roof is flat, sides are flat. There's a little dip here, but that shouldn't be too hard. Interior's pretty clean. 66,000 kilometers. The back seats are like laughable. They have to go back because look at this. I don't think these seats are all the way back, and it looks like no one's knees can fit here. So that should be pretty interesting. Comes with aftermarket radio, AC, automatic. I've never really seen one of these before, so this is interesting. This is interesting. Let me show you guys what the hood looks like. So a couple areas of concern in my opinion are this. It looks like someone in Japan just got like a white brush and tried to paint over the rust. Same with here. Is this something that I would need a complete new bonnet, or can I just bring it to a body shop and they sand that down and get that fixed? Same with right here. I don't think that's rust, but you can see that I don't even know what that guy's thought process was. It looks like he just again went over it with a white brush, but everywhere else is pretty good. I think there's one other rust bubble kind of area right here, but that isn't the end of the world. Roof is in great shape. It's not sun faded. Back here, everything looks good. Trunk, little surface rust there, but nothing crazy. Over here, everything looks nice. Spare tire. Ooh, got spare tire still. These seats obviously go down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then that's the other area that's a little troublesome. And then he has this car, but I'll show you guys that on a separate video. I'm gonna end this part here because we still got a lot more driving to do and a lot more road trips to do. So I'm gonna make a separate video on this. I definitely wanna drive it around the block, see how it feels, start it, do all that stuff. And same for this one. If anyone's looking for a nice daily, you guys will see this in the next video. But now let's head back to the Beat, and now we're gonna do a real road trip and drive from New Jersey all the way to Baltimore, Maryland. So this is the speed that I'm going to be cruising at for the next 3 hours. I'm gonna drop down the RPMs a bit, maybe go around, 90 kilometers an hour, which is 50 miles per hour. But I want to stay between 50 and 60. Yes, if I put my foot all the way down, I could go faster. Like, look, this is foot all the way down. I could easily go 110, which is about 68 miles per hour. I could even go 120, which is 70 something miles per hour. But do I really want to be at 6,500 on the RPM for a long time? No. So let's drop back down. Let's get to a safer speed. Let's chill around 5,000 on the RPMs, take our time, we're in no rush. I gotta get something like that on the back of my Cayman. Made it to Delaware. Now let's pay this toll cash, see if we get a fun reaction.
What year was this?
It's a 1991, it's from Japan.
Yeah, that's a nice car, bro.
Thank you, man.
It's built.
I know.
Have a nice one.
You too. That gotta take out the seatbelt and everything just to pay the tolls. The car's been doing fine. I've been paying attention to the gauges and everything. There's no lights, there's no hiccups. Red line to 85, just to show you guys we're about it. Yeah, the car's been doing great. I've been chilling around this speed like I mentioned. I've been going about like 110, 120 every now and then, but for the most part, I've been going around 60, 65 miles per hour. Just, you know, comfortable at around 5,000 on the RPM. I'm about to stop soon though because I need some gas, and from there I want to reset my miles and I want to see what my MPGs are. One of my biggest pet peeves in the K community is that people lie or exaggerate, however you want to put it, but people lie and say they get 50 MPG, 40 MPG, and it's just not the case. If you do little residential driving and stay under like 60 kilometers an hour, yeah, I guess you could get maybe 40 MPGs, but if you're doing that, it's not even a car at that point. You're like barely even putting the car to what it's supposed to be doing. So yeah, I'm gonna put some gas, we're gonna fill it up, I'm gonna stop and get some food, and then the next stop is actually Method Auto Group. I think tomorrow I'm gonna stop at Josh's. Today we're just gonna look at another Mitsubishi Minica. That one's a little more expensive. And then some other cars they have at Method Auto Group. And then tomorrow we're gonna look at 2 Suzuki Altos and whatever Josh has and whatever Toshi Imports has. Well, let's continue to drive. I'm about to get some gas and food real soon. First stop after about 2.5 hours of straight driving. I know back here is cooking. So I'm gonna sit inside there, get some food, take my time, maybe take like a 30-minute break, let this thing cool off a bit. And then I'll grab some gas right there and we'll go back on the road. 45 minutes later, let's check out the beat. Do we have any drips or anything? Everything is looking nice and dry. Let me pop the trunk and see if I still smell like it's burning. No, it smells good. It smells good. It's definitely cooled off a bit. We just have an hour and a half till we get to Method Auto Group. So I'm gonna just fill up with some gas right now, start it back up, and we should be there in a jiffy. So this is for all my MPG police. My button actually doesn't work, which I just learned right now, but it doesn't fully reset. So we're at 125,951. I'm on E. We're gonna add 93. I know it makes no difference, but mentally it makes me feel better. So we're gonna add 93. It should be about that much, honestly, about $20-something. And let's see how long it lasts. What'd I tell you? About 23 bucks, 5 gallons, sounds about right. And now we're full. What up? So we just got to Baltimore. We are officially at Method Auto Group, a second stop of today, and we're gonna check out some cars. I'm gonna make a full video on that Minica over there, but let's check out this AutoZam. So this one I think it's called like a View or something like that. It's not a K car, but this one is extremely clean. And I've been saying over and over that I want to get an AutoZam, I want to get an AutoZam, I want to get an AZ1, but maybe this is the AutoZam that I can afford before the year is over, and something that I could see myself building into something really cool. So it has a little imperfection here, but you guys know I love wrapping cars, so to me that's nothing. He's only asking $4,000, which again, for a stateside K car is beyond rare. And this isn't a K car technically, so I don't know if that makes it better or worse. But this one is actually a 4-cylinder, so it probably can go 60, 70 miles per hour with no problem. So this is something definitely to look into. Maybe the giveaway car, maybe my next car after I sell the Beat. And then the theme of today is Minicas. So this one is actually the Guppy edition. And from what I could see, this one is a lot more loaded. Interior wise, this one comes with power windows. The interior is much different. You have a lot more room for your back passengers. This one has 67,000 kilometers, stock radio, also automatic. Rust wise, I think that's the only real imperfection. But again, another clean car, and guess what? Also $4,000. So I'm gonna make a video on both. I'm gonna drive them, I'm gonna see what they're like. So I'm about to get out of here. I just drove the AutoZam and I cannot wait for you guys to see that video. I just want to say that I'm speechless. Like that's it. That's all I got to say. This car blew my mind. And the Minica was cool. Drives like a K car. This one is pretty smooth. I like the power windows. I like the interior. I like the fact that this one is pretty quirky. All they need is some tints, you know, fix that little bubble, wrap this, throw some rims on there, and this car will completely transform. But I'm in this video here. I'm gonna head to my hotel. Tomorrow we're gonna stop at 844 Imports. We're gonna check out Toshi Imports, and we're also gonna go to a car meet, a K-car car meet at that. So catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.